I got into games was actually quite funny. When I joined the academic world, I was the only one in the entire faculty that was playing games. So my head of department noticed that, and basically he told me, look, since you play a lot of games, would you want to get involved in crafting a games development course in Malaysia? I was sent overseas to the UK, Seaside University in particular, to learn a bit about games development. So after completing my studies in the UK, I came back here and started the games course in Malaysia. So the games industry is actually worth about 140 billion by 2020. Last year, in 2018, it was estimated to reach about 100 billion. And to give you a context of how big this industry is, take for example movies. Aquaman, for example, did a combined box office hit of about 150 million USD. Avengers Endgame, on the other hand, and in about 40 days, about 1.5 weeks, it touched about 2.7 billion USD. Now, if you compare that to games, the first game is Grand Theft Auto. This game came out in September 2013. GTA 5, arguably one of the most controversial games of all time, basically made US 1 billion in 3 days. There was another game came out in November 2014, which was Fallout 4. Fallout 4 made US 750 million in 24 hours. So the games industry is arguably larger than the movie industry, the TV industry, the book industry, and the music industry combined. Of all of the entertainment industries, it's one of the largest and fastest growing. But you might think that that's in the US, that's in UK. What about Malaysia? Do you think there's industry here? Yeah. A lot of parents have this main concern. Boleh cari makan tak? If I want to name a few games, take for example some of the games like Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Final Fantasy 15, Spider-Man on the PS4. Now all these are actually quite well-known, renowned games. But a lot of Malaysians don't know that portions of this game was actually done in Malaysia by Malaysians. You see, Malaysia has been doing games since the mid-90s, but a lot of Malaysians don't know that. And the reason why we have been doing games is companies based in the UK, Europe, and Japan has been sending content down to Malaysia. This is what we call outsourcing. For that one person I pay in the UK, I can actually hire 5 artists or programmers right here in Malaysia, at about 3,000 ringgit each. But it's not to say that we are cheap. We are cheap and good, because Malaysians have been involved in high quality content for the past 10 to 20 years. I bet you don't know this. Life of Pi, which won the Academy Awards for the Best Visual Effects in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, they had a studio here in Malaysia, and Malaysians actually worked on the Tiger scene. Sim with X-Men First Class, Percy Jackson and Sea of Monsters, The Hunger Games, and so on. So Malaysians are actually involved in creating high quality Hollywood content. But to digress a bit, what actually is game development? Game development is the art and process of making digital games. It's not about playing games, it's about developing games. And games development is divided into 3 areas. You have game art, which is a visual component of games. So they deal with everything you see visually on the games, from the characters to the weapons to the environment, whether it's 3D or pixel art. Then you have games design, which is the mechanics of the game. What makes the game fun? What makes the game compelling? They're the ones who understand how or figure how to make the game as immersive or as addictive as possible. Number 1. Number 2 is they figure how to make money off games. So they are the producers of the games. They make the games fun and interesting. And the third one is the games technology, games programmers. When you play certain games like GTA 5, for example, or Need for Speed, the cars have to act like cars in the real world. So collision detection, gravity. When you play games such as FIFA, for example, the football players have to act like real-life football players. So Lionel Messi will play like Lionel Messi. Neymar would probably roll about when you hit him once. So that's artificial intelligence.